Disclaimer: the following Boundless PodTrap episode contains strong opinions that some listeners may and will find offensive. If you cannot accept or respect others with a differing opinion from yours, then fuck off.
I like turtles.
Shush! Alrighty. Let me see your war face.
Now, y'all ain't planning on fucking these chickens, are you?
Picture it. Sicily, 1920.
Aren't we fucking funny?
Streaming from the Midwest, right in the middle of the U.S. From Omaha, Nebraska, you're listening to the Boundless PodTrap, your entertainment podcast where we touch on all topics, from the crazy and absurd to the sacred and profane, and even the useless and unnecessary. The Boundless PodTrap knows no bounds. And now, here are your hosts.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to your second favorite thing to do on Mondays. We are the Boundless PodTrap. I am your host, Fat Haley Joe Osmond. With me, as always, is hairless Robert De Niro and Jim Carrey from The Cable Guy. That's right.
What?
Our favorite refaces.
They don't look anything like Jim Carrey. What's the first favorite thing to do on a Monday? We asked that last time.
Everything else.
Huh. All right.
That's not true. Tonight's going to be fun, though, boys.
We're going to get, for two of us.
No, the third person's going to have fun as well.
Whips and chains. We got the sex swing hung. Whips and chains are our things.
Yeah. Hi.
Mixing business with pleasure.
Hi. We got the Gimpal primed up. We took him out of his box early tonight.
We got a whole family here tonight.
We do. We got lots of guests in the studio.
There's
tonight.
A dog by my feet right now.
We're not shoving her out of the room for once.
No, we have the door open.
I know.
Because we have other...
Well, it's because Justin just ate a mouthful of wasabi, and we know that shit's going to be popping out of his asshole.
It'll be all right. That's okay.
Yeah, that's what he says.
My garlic nodes are taming it.
The Italian garlic's fighting the wasabi.
That's what happens. Garlic fights everything.
But no, we do have guests in the studio tonight. When we play games, we like to think of ourselves as we are the game masters, but we are just pawns. We have the legitimate games master tonight. Tracie is here with us tonight. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Hello. She is going to be the one who decides our fates.
She's the game master.
She is the game master.
I'm partial third party.
I'm partial.
Right.
Since she's the third person, Lonnie already knows he's getting first place. So
that's bullshit.
I think she might.
You don't understand. I've been walking around all day with a cloud of fear over me. She stopped me today and's like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "I don't want to lose," and she just giggled.
A fine,
she legit was like,
I had to work so hard to come up with something that you wouldn't possibly think is biased, because we like all the same things.
Right,
man. Yeah. So she's on your side. She's got you in your corner. I just think it's crazy. This is playing out like a movie. This game thing. It's been such a close battle back and forth. I should have lost last week, but I'm like the team of misfit, dumb, fat kids that starts off bad, and then we fight. So I'm still in it. And now tonight we're getting a first, second, and then third place is the one being punished.
Right. Really, it's just you don't want to lose tonight.
No.
Especially in this group. It's just going to be bad.
There's no more. I've already took my punishment.
You've already taken... What was your punishment?
The wasabi. I just downed a dollop.
If you were okay eating that wasabi, you don't want to know what's going in your mouth when you lose.
Does it got to go the other way? You have taste buds in your anus. No, because there'll be something going in that way at the same time.
We all filled out that sheet from last week. We know where the anus is.
Plug it in. And I also know where the cerebellum is. You guys did your homework.
Sure? I got those pieces of paper around here somewhere. She came in. I didn't clean up last week, and she uses the studio as her workspace. And she came in, and obviously she's responsible, so she gets up a lot earlier than I do. And I got up, and I walked by the studio, and she just looks at me and goes, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Justin game," and she, "Oh."
If you knew Justin, it wouldn't be anything out of the ordinary. Wait, what happened? What did I do? You probably drew those pictures too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Like there was actual private parts
printouts
on the
I
screen.
meant to take those with me.
And this.
I meant to collect my contraband before I left. I'm sorry.
They were Polaroids.
Oh yeah. Hey boys, I want to share something with you guys. Hopefully this will get you guys motivated. I started working on something. So before we do our recording for the podcast here, every now and then we record something for like the sound test and making sure our levels are all straight and good. So what I did was take a sample of one of our 30 seconds or so, and I chopped it and cropped it and put it in and made something.
Oh God.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. So
Oh Jesus.
We're all going to be made out to be pedophiles, knowing Justin.
Here, enjoy this.
He didn't deny it.
Test, can you hear me? No.
Papa, can you hear me?
Basha, can you hear me?
Don't waste your time.
Did you ever run away?
Fucky sucky.
Anything.
Fucky sucky. Fucky sucky.
Papa, can you hear me?
Fucky sucky.
Papa, can you hear me?
Fucky sucky.
Papa, can you hear me?
Fucky sucky. Fucky sucky.
Papa, can you hear me?
There you go. There you go.
My face is like 150 degrees right now because I'm laughing so hard.
So that's why we're starting the new podcast.
Oh my God, I'm going to throw up. Wow.
There you go.
I got to hand it to you, Justin. That was good. How long did that take you to make?
I started it this morning and kind of revisited it a few times. It probably took a good 3 hours or so in total.
Wow. So when we hit episode 20 and we change the intro, that's going to be our new
fucking sucky. Pop, pop. Pop,
so how does one even think about that? Like, how did you even know to do that?
Well, I was going through the SD card with our podcast, recordings and stuff on it, and I was like, well, this one's only like 45 seconds of sound. I'm just listen to it real quick. It's like, oh, wow, we're just bantering, I guess, trying to find our levels and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I can use these as little sound bits, and I'm gonna make a little.
I have to
thing.
unzip my hoodie because I'm so hot from laughing so hard. Holy buckets.
Man.
I can only imagine how red my face is, as red as this watermelon I'm eating right now.
That should relax you to get you into the game. Are you good? Was that motivating for you?
Oh my God, it was. Hi, doggy.
All right.
So,
Well,
are we gaming it up now?
She didn't even laugh at all. I don't think her headphones. We got to listen to it again.
I want to, actually.
We'll play us out.
we'll play it out.
Oh my God.
All right.
All right. Well, let's hear about what this game's all about.
Okay, so there's 65 questions. I did set aside 3 in case we need a tiebreaker. But so each one, you'll put an answer to it and hand me the paper, and then I'll tally up how you guys are doing.
So after each one, we hand it to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, there will be confusion.
And again, the numbers do not matter.
No, they don't.
That's written on the paper. 65 questions. Oh my goodness.
I know. I think it'll go really fast, though.
No, I'm just like,
It's a lot. I know.
that's a lot to get wrong.
It was,
Why are these pieces of paper so big?
I know, I'm sorry, they're tiny.
How long do we get per question?
2 inches, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't think it'll take you guys that long. You'll either know it or you won't. And
I say 20 seconds.
20 seconds? All right.
so all of the questions are vintage logos.
Oh, geez.
Oh, so we're looking on the
Yeah, I'm going to put them up
screen
here on the screen for you.
Oh, shit. Well, boys, before we get into this was a very a battle, and may the best men win.
Was it a battle of wits?
Well, this is no fair because I didn't have a TV or anything growing up, so I don't know vintage.
Huh. I think you know that one.
All right.
I think I do, but I'm probably wrong.
So we just write them down, give them to you, right?
Yep, write them down, give them to me.
Here's mine.
I'll tally them up that way.
I think I'm wrong.
That way you guys
Honestly.
can't cheat or anything.
I really think I'm wrong. It's one of two things.
We don't need any special. I'll use green.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. That's why there's colors. See, the colors match your mics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why there's dots.
Yeah, she really went all out.
But mine's lime green and my cord is yellow.
Why did you give Lonnie
Not
blue?
your pen, goofball. The dots on the paper.
Oh.
Lonnie's like, they're colored?
Yeah, right.
Fuck you!
So do we find out at the end? Are you telling us what the answers
I can
are?
tell you at the end of each one if you want.
I don't think you should.
Okay.
I think wait until we find out the winners and losers.
Okay. And then
because then we'll be tallying it up in our heads. So
fair enough.
Okay. Or at least go by 20s.
Oh, this is hard.
Yeah, it is. All I see are boobs.
Fuck.
This is when I write something like this, you know it's a joke. I had no idea.
Due to the visual game, we will include a few of the best parts during the questioning portion and cut the rest. This is your fault as the listener for not being there. We hope you learn your lesson. Thank you for your compliance.
Lonnie knows this one.
Is this one missing?
Oh, are you making fun of the fat kid?
Some of them are easier than others.
It could be one of two things, and I think I got it wrong. But I might have it right.
Oh, now you got me fucking questioning. Thanks, Dick.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I should
figured it out.
I did. I know what it is now.
And they put it in there specifically for you.
It's a competitor for me.
Yes.
Well, thank you for letting me know that my answer was right.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, what's that? I know. I can't think of the name of it.
Oh.
It's I'm not going to say because that might help you guys out.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
We're all making. It sounds like we're having sex.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Give me it again.
What's the name?
Ken Kniff.
Oh my God. Pornhub got it. Looks like I'm going to be holding a snake here soon.
That's what the rolls are on the side?
It's what
pizza rolls.
Yeah, we had those the other night. We ate them like once a year. They fucking taste like soap. They're so disgusting.
bad.
Pizza rolls?
Yeah.
Like the Tortino
like
pizza?
Tony's pizza rolls.
Did you forget to dry off the pizza pan?
No, like no joke. They're fucking disgusting.
Huh.
Yeah, I haven't been able to eat pizza.
You put them in
rolls
the
forever.
oven for like 30 seconds, and then it's lava on the inside.
Yeah.
You can
Frozen
cook,
on
you
the
can cook them
outside.
in the oven for 2 hours or in the microwave for 15 seconds.
15 and a half seconds, yeah.
It looks like the Michelin Man bending over. Oh, I don't like how you guys went to go right so fast.
Why did you just go through a picture of Lonnie naked real quick?
Just sharing the love.
Because perfection's on the...
Kamquanon.
The Kama Sutra?
It looks like it. That's the original logo.
You should... this one was obviously dedicated to you.
I don't do Kama Sutra. I do Kama Solo.
You're doing great.
You don't lie.
I meant with getting through them. You're through the 20th one now.
Okay. I don't know how she did that with
So
how small these are.
So what you're saying is it's not Funplex.
It's not Funplex. You all
Damn
three
it.
went in Funplex.
Did you write it after I just said that?
Yeah.
Because our 20 seconds is way up.
This one's Fisher Price.
Oh my gosh.
Bitch, that's
So
what
it wasn't
I can see.
Funplex. Fuck you guys.
That's what I put.
I just wrote random letters down and hope it's close enough. Do you think I spelled it wrong?
What the?
This is still around?
More boobs.
Yes, very much.
All right. Well, I'm just going to...
The funny thing is, it suits y'all.
What did you say?
It suits us?
Yep.
I think my answer's right.
We're all distinguished people who like to read things for the articles.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And I assume we all got it right then.
Yep. That's Playboy.
Good job, guys. Good job. I knew you guys could do it.
That's close enough to Pornhub.
Nokia asakayurtuyu Nokia antikabayalak. It's Swedish.
Is it Nokia?
Can it
Why
be?
would you ask?
She didn't say yes or no.
I'm
Respond.
going. I'm taking the shot.
That would be a weird logo. I'm just...
Man, I feel like it is Nokia, but I'm putting Starkist.
I'm starting to feel good about myself with some of these answers.
Good. I'm glad it wasn't hard the whole way through. You feel a little confident.
You know how many times she's had to say that in her life? I'm glad it wasn't hard the whole way through.
Oh, Jesus.
Good job,
You
guys.
survived.
We did it.
How many do you guys think you
We
got?
did it. I think I maybe got 20.
I feel like I'm confident, like for sure, with like 10, maybe 15.
I'm thinking I got it somewhere between 20, 25.
Which that probably means that I maybe got 40. So,
Oh my goodness.
I think
That was-
collectively we might have done better than we think, but I think we're going to look through them and just sit here and go, fuck.
do you know any of the ones that were like obvious no's? You threw in like a few burners.
I think we all might have threw in quite a few burners.
I'm just mad at myself for the Welch's and Fruit of a Loom one.
Yep, that sucks.
Welch's? Which
Yeah.
one was Welch's?
There wasn't
The one that was Fruit of a Loom.
Oh,
But
got
I put
it.
Welch's,
Okay,
and
sorry.
after I handed it in, I'm like, oh my God, it's Fruit of a Loom. That's
No.
why I say if I lose by one,
It's that one.
I'm not getting punished because I knew it.
Tell us all of them first before you tell us who won and lost.
I think she should tell us the scores, but not who
But
has
not the
it.
names, and then go through them and tell us who got what and what.
But I feel I don't know. I feel like before we find out what they are, we should know who, because then the surprise will be.
Tell us who got second, and then go through them.
Okay.
No, I think she should tell us.
Let her choose.
Okay.
She's a grown-ass woman. Let her
me do the
decide.
counting.
Quit lifting your hand to her.
Not all y'all shouting in my ears.
Oh.
I'll do the math, and then you can talk amongst yourselves. I'll do this real quick.
Huh.
That was a lot harder than I anticipated.
What we did here, which we'll probably cut out all the dead space here, but she threw up on this the studio monitor all these little logos, and they're like the old school logos. So things that probably aren't even recognizable. Some
are-
things
I
I
think-
didn't even use.
I think some of them were current as well.
Yeah, like Pinterest. Did you guys guess Pinterest?
Yeah, I
Okay.
spelled it completely wrong. Even though the E was up there, I still made it an I.
I don't think I've ever seen the original logo. I think I've only seen the
P
icon
Right.
on a device.
Did you guys get Messenger?
I
just put Facebook.
That's
Facebook
not
or
right.
Messenger. It's just the same thing. There's
it's not.
messages and Facebook Messenger or Messenger.
Facebook is completely different logo than Messenger.
Yeah, but it's under the same company.
That doesn't matter.
I mean,
Hey.
Facebook, you get your messages from Facebook.
We'll see if she allowed it. What did you guys put for that last one?
This one,
Haynes.
Panda Express.
What'd you put?
Haynes.
I put World Wildlife Fund.
You actually might be right. I think that is.
Actually, yes. I put it in there because the WWE had such a
Yes.
battering with that.
Yes.
I thought it was Haynes.
Now that you say that,
Haynes, yeah, the underwear company.
You had me second guess.
it's the one before that.
When you said Panda Express, I'm like, son of a
shit.
bitches.
Yeah, no. Once you said that, that exactly. That's it.
Okay, I feel good because I got one that you guys didn't.
Fuck you. Get out of me.
Yeah, I remember because WWF had a whole feud with them, or a whole thing. With
Yeah,
them.
that's why they had to change their name.
World Wildlife Fund.
Wow, you guys were actually really close.
Oh man.
All right. But we don't have to do the tiebreakers, so
Gosh, I
that's
can't
nice.
hear him.
Because those were hard.
I'm like, why am I so nervous? This is
Because we know how fucking mean we can be.
sucky. Sucky. Sucky.
All right.
Okay, let's.
Okay, so you want to know the answers now?
Yeah, let's hear the answers. Starting from, or just go backwards.
Apparently, yeah, we'll get to go backwards. I'm sorry. Okay, so as we discussed, this one's WW. This one's Tic Tac.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, jeez. I
got
put
it.
Sprite.
Sprite.
Yeah.
Hot Wheels, yeah.
Oh, I put Firestone. Stone.
God damn it!
Haynes.
Fruit of the Looms.
I had that.
Nikon.
I put Norco.
Oh, I put Nitro, yeah.
This is Xbox. Would y'all?
Nice.
This is Everlast. The
That's what I
boxing
was
equipment.
thinking of. I could not think
Damn
of
it.
Yeah.
I was looking boxing company like moving company, and I put U-Haul.
I put French's like the mustard.
Well, now at least I could follow your reasoning. I was like, He said boxing company. How did you get you?
Boxing like moving.
No, I totally get it now.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wikipedia.
Oh, I put Webster.
Good job.
Pinterest.
Twins.
And Twix.
Twix.
And Facebook Messenger. Spotify.
Yes.
Fuck, I even said spoofy.
Yes, you did, and then you couldn't think of it, and I was so confused by you.
MTV.
Lonnie, you're getting punished. I know you are.
So MTV,
Because I've gotten 12 so far.
Under Armour,
I should have known that
I got
too.
that one.
Play-Doh, Nickelodeon. This is Hasbro.
I did not. What did I put for that?
I don't
AOL?
remember. Yep, AOL.
Hello.
Chrome.
Yep, Google.
Fuck.
This is Mattel.
Yeah. Got
Oh,
one.
it's so close.
Got one.
Dole. Oreo. This was for you.
Mini Cooper.
Mini Cooper. Taco Bell.
Yes.
Yahoo.
Oh.
That was the other one. Those were the
Dang.
two I was jumping between.
I put YMCA and
I put
Shit.
what did I put? I was gonna put Discovery Zone and then I put YMCA.
I was like, oh, it's AOL or it's fucking Yahoo because you used to get both the discs in the mail. Fuck. 50-50 chance and I lost. Michelin.
Yep. Radio Shack.
yes.
Baskin. This is Universal.
Okay.
Yeah. Which makes sense
I put
now.
Skynet.
It's like a world with that says Universal, but yeah, it's one ugly logo that they started
I
with.
put Windex.
I put Skynet because I couldn't think of anything else.
I think I put Folgers.
I can almost see Folgers. Yeah.
Wells Fargo.
I put Wranglers. Dairy Queen.
Nokia.
It was?
God.
Yeah.
Nah.
I figured if I took the words off, you'd never get it.
Yes! Suck it, nerds!
You put the easy
I
thing.
put Nokia!
I put Starkiss.
Playboy.
Good job.
Yep, y'all got that. Puma.
Yes,
Okay.
I
All right.
got it.
Did you
I
get
did not.
Yes.
I
The reason this makes sense now is shoe fabric.
okay. Yes. The brothers was Puma and Puma and Adidas were the brothers who started a different company.
Oh, okay.
Gillette.
Animal Planet.
Yep, that's the wrong one. I put the wrong one.
You put Nat Geo.
General Electric.
Oh, I put Hallmark.
IKEA.
Okay, I got it right.
Yeah.
The Discovery Channel.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, I put SanDisk.
I put the Disc Exchange.
I feel like the biggest dumbass.
I
It's all
see it now. I was
realized
like,
when you see
well,
it.
this is a shitty logo. They should have moved it over and made it look more like a
Did I put
floppy
Discovery
disk.
Channel for Animal Planet?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm. I'm a dumbass. But I still feel confident.
Nintendo.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I didn't think that looked like.
For someone who owns every Nintendo system, you figured I'd know that logo.
It must have been before they made games, I would think.
Maybe with the Game & Watch systems?
I think I don't know what I put for that.
I did Dove.
I think I did Folgers again.
Fisher Price.
Funplex. Let's just move it to Funplex. It's
Funplex,
Majority.
yeah.
Majority rules.
We believe it's Funplex. Lego?
Lego.
I put Levi.
I put LeBron.
What?
Fujifilm.
Fuji.
ESPN.
Really?
I can see that now, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I put Eben.
I put Econ.
I put Exxon.
Yeah.
Exxon would have, yeah.
Would have got it.
I can almost see Exxon.
Canon.
All right, I got
Canon.
Yep.
I put Olympian.
I put tobacco or soy sauce.
it. I did do Canon. I did Canon.
Did you put Canon? Nice.
Walmart.
I
Really?
put
Wow.
Dollar General.
Dollar General looks about right.
Coca-Cola.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Kodak.
This is going to be closer than I thought.
Yeah, you guys were really close. Warner Brothers.
No,
Yeah,
it can't be.
it doesn't look anything like it. Dunkin' Donuts.
Got that one. Yeah.
Cartoon Network.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I knew that one would get you.
Did we all do Pizza Hut?
I did Domino's.
I don't even remember what I put for that.
Folgers?
Probably.
Fanta.
Fanta.
Ford.
Yeah.
I should have known. Detroit.
I forgot what I put.
I put Dr. Pepper.
Pizza Hut.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I put
did get it.
I put Little Caesars.
Yeah, you
I didn't put the
Caesars.
whole thing. I mean, because it was already pizza, but I put
Right.
Hut.
I
No,
put-
I got it.
I put Casey's Pizza.
Firefox.
Okay, yeah, I didn't.
Man,
I don't
Yeah.
think
I was
did.
doing so good towards the end. I started off bad.
Yep.
and then
Yeah, you were doing great at the end. All of you were doing really well.
I don't feel so confident.
This one we talked about was LG,
It's not Chrysler.
Adobe. This.
Dumbass Justin.
This one is EA Games.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. I
That's
was
what I
super
knew.
surprised.
After I turned it in, I knew that's what it was.
I tried IBM on that one. I remember. Otherwise, because like with just a circle, it looks like AT&T. But I'm like, that can't be.
I thought RCA maybe.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
The IBM logo was one of the choices, but it literally said International Business Machines, like right on it. It's like, well, I can't do anything with
We wouldn't have known that. Pringles,
Yep.
Evil Pringles.
Burger King.
but it doesn't have the sesame seed bun. Oh, that's
Starbucks.
yes.
They had tits on their logo.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's the original.
Yep.
And she's splitting her mermaid.
Yep, her
fin.
two-tail.
So she's spreading her legs, and then they had to zoom in on it.
Wow.
Give her a seashell.
And Windows.
XP.
God dang it. I think I got 38 if I did that correctly.
Shit, I got 100%.
You liar. I like how I said that. Like, oh, man.
Good job, boys.
So I think you should tell us now the numbers.
Okay.
Actually,
do you want to see the hard ones?
Who said?
There was hard ones?
There was 3 tiebreaker ones.
Okay.
Well, is any of us tied?
You're not going to need them.
All right, can we just guess them?
Sure.
For
Yeah.
5 points each?
Throw them out there. Let's see for fun. For pride. Soul Glow.
NBA. It was up there for a second.
Sorry. I hit a button.
What are you watching? Here we go.
Okay, there you go. You guys can just guess these for fun.
3 ...
Way too hard.
Wow.
These were the ones I removed because they were impossible.
I'm going to guess Polaroid. I know it's not right, maybe, but
I think it's got to be a camera. Or 3mm, 3MX.
I mean, technically, you said the name of it. You just don't think it is what it is.
Is it Polaroid?
3M?
No, 3M.
Oh, wow.
Tape.
I thought that was Tracie. Oh, my God.
Reese's.
Why do I know this?
Reese's Pieces.
Why is this?
Because it's candy.
No, it's a food thing.
Okay.
It's a food
Checkers.
You're not helping your case there.
Like a restaurant? Like
Yeah,
Checkers?
it's like a chain. It's not a chain?
It is not a chain.
Oh, I ain't got shit then.
It's Doritos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is
Remington.
You said that with such confidence.
This is Folgers. Dove.
If this is Folgers, I'm going to knock somebody out.
No, this one is Nestle.
Oh,
That was my next guess.
Well, I'm glad we didn't need them since there would be no points arrived if
No good.
I don't know, Justin. You said 3M.
Yeah.
For the most part.
So, yeah, I get 5 points with that.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous now.
Boys, it was fun season.
So one of us is getting kicked off the podcast.
Nah.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay. All
right.
Enough.
You want to know who won?
Let's start with
let's feel the burn.
Let's start. Who got second?
Yeah.
Who got second? Jeremy got second.
All right.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. Wow, I feel like you got a lot more right.
Congratulations, bud.
Good game, guys.
Wait, by how
Good
much?
By 1.
On each side?
Oh.
He didn't get the Hanes.
I'm trying
The
to
loser
do
got
good game,
35.
Justin.
The loser got 35?
Yes. Jeremy got 37, and the winner got 38.
Okay, cool.
So the loser got 35.
Uh-huh.
Jeremy got 37. The winner got 38.
Yes.
Holy
Incredibly
fuck
close.
I'm telling you, it's this whole season. It's been
Right there.
So do we?
You're just kissing our
I think
ass.
you tell who got first place.
Okay.
Don't give the loser justice by saying their name.
Well, Lonnie, you won.
Oh no, Justin. I hope your butthole's right.
I got
Wow.
something for this occasion. Just for you, Justin.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be.
Hold on.
Where you going, Justin? Get back here.
See ya.
Man.
I got a song this up.
You didn't do it, didn't reach your goal. Your heart is broken, you're an asshole. In the end, you didn't have what it takes. So here's to you and your huge mistakes. You're humiliated, hollowed out, and exhausted. You were in the ring fighting the fight, and you lost it. This isn't your
Is this
time,
Garfield
this
and
wasn't for you.
Oates or whatever?
At least you did everything you could do. You're a loser but a dreamer. You're tired but you're strong. You're going on no evidence. You don't listen to common sense. You went all in. And you were wrong. You are such a loser. Good for you. It's something that a lot of people can't do. Trying is hard. That's why people don't do it. Losing is hard. They can't make it through it. But not you. You are such a loser. You.
Justin,
I'm done.
do you have
Oh, I love you. I would have played that if I lost too.
Justin?
What's up?
Do you have a grudge against Tracie now?
Yeah.
Wow.
She did this on
That was
purpose.
fucking close.
Do you realize if I would have got Fruit of the Loom, we'd have been tied?
Right.
That would have been like every time we played
Every
each other.
single time.
But I got the 5 points on the extra credit.
Wow. Well, Tracie, thank you. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Thanks for having me. That was great.
Wow.
Boom.
So now we got to figure out Justin's punishment.
Oh.
Round of applause, everybody.
So My original idea for a punishment for you, obviously we're going to have to discuss, was having you get Lonnie and I's names tattooed on you somewhere. Oh my God, he's got a gun. Oh, wow. Whew. That's a lot of...
That was too goddamn close.
It was, this whole thing. Like, I don't even know that I want to start up again with games.
Do you guys remember where it started? What was the first game?
I don't know, but I thought all three of us played it. But like, that couldn't have been right, because who would have been the one given the game? Because Michael wouldn't have.
No, yeah.
So I think now that we did this, we'll give a few episodes where we don't have any games, just so, you know.
We can recover.
At least not a point system game or whatever. We'll probably do something for fun.
And then we will have to figure out rules for when we start it up again. We need to have a start date and an end date. And then have a couple, like, for in case there's a tiebreaker. And then, like, if we have guests or whatever, if they win, then the points go to, I think, the person that came up with the game.
Right, yeah.
So
the host.
Ooh, so Lonnie, we got some discussing to do here for Justin's punishment.
We'll have to run through the list and see what you won't do, obviously.
I'm going to say, from you talking when we were playing that, I thought didn't even have like 20.
Yeah, I thought I would lost for sure.
Gosh.
Do you have like, what do you call it? Amnesia? Like immediate amnesia? Like, did I write anything that one or?
No, I like to eat. Anorexia. I got it.
No, it was one of those, I thought for sure I was wrong 90% of the time. And it was just like, I wrote it and then instantly it was out of my mind. Like, I just wrote it down. I'm like, fuck it. If I lose, I lose.
Well, it's like I kept like, when I'd write mine and I handed it in, you still hadn't turned yours in, Lonnie. I'd look at what you wrote down. I'm like, man, there's no way he got this right.
Right. I was just.
But you freaking won it.
So that's because he took that extra second to think.
That's because he was doing something with his hands under the table to Tracie.
No, I
don't get it.
So what won't you do, Justin?
I don't know if I would do a tattoo. When it comes to like body art, I would like to be very specific. And
what if you give it to yourself with our names? You can draw it out.
We can see.
I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. That would be very weird for me to have my name tattooed on a friend's body.
I'll get a tramp stamp of you guys.
I was
of you guys' faces making out.
I was fully content. Like, I was content I was losing this one coming in. And I was thinking of all the weird shit that, like, okay, we talked about like getting shit pierced, and we talked about tattoos, and like I was more prepared losing than winning. So I was like, okay, I could deal with tattoos as long as it's not on my neck or my face. All right, I'm okay with getting stuff pierced because they can come out after a while. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I completely prepared myself to come into this room and lose.
I was prepared to lose and be punished last episode. I didn't think I was going to win. I thought with the pressure. I'm so mad at the one that you and I did that, Justin, that Lonnie... I think that was the hardest game that we've done.
I thought that was the easiest game that we did because
I don't know how, man. I think it's because I overthink things. And that could be.
I think it's because you refuse to watch things that are popular.
You're telling me this?
Yeah.
You have room to talk. What are you talking about? You
like Inception.
I started watching. Well, I don't
Speaking
watch
of that,
it.
Like I was thinking of punishments if he lost. I'm like, we gotta make that motherfucker sit down and watch it. Like that's his punishment.
Like a reduction type of, like a 20-minute.
Like every scene by scene where we stop and talk about it.
We got to come up with something good for Justin. We got to put our heads together. Not those heads.
When it was like a tattoo, I was thinking about getting a squirrel going up one leg and then a squirrel going down the other leg with 2 nuts in its mouth. That'd be cool.
We're going to have to get Thug Life tattooed above your belly button.
Yeah, I could do that.
So you probably last episode we did, since you did the game, you probably thought, oh, I'm scot-free. I don't have to do anything. And now look at you. Who's laughing now? Wow. So
I can't wait to. Now? I'll take one for the team.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means.
Do you think we're going to do something like that to you?
Yeah. Wait. Like what?
Oh, you know. So let's talk about something else. What we have a little bit. we decided with this one that we weren't going to plan anything out because we knew this game was going to take a good chunk of time, and we just figured we'd try something different where we just shoot the shit, don't have anything planned. One thing that is planned that I'll talk about is a week from today will be the debut of our second podcast, our BPT movie review, where we will be reviewing Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Tarantino's second film?
Second film, yep.
And I think I said that it wasn't my favorite, but after rewatching it again, I think Pulp Fiction is probably my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie.
See, I watched it.
We should save most of this.
Yeah.
So if you want to hear our talk on it, tune in to next week when we release it.
Ooh, I see what you did there. You just gave him blue balls.
Give him a sting.
Cliffhanger.
And he's probably not even going to finish what he was just saying on the when we do that.
Stay for a review of Pulp Fiction. Blah, 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 blah.
Did you guys ever, this is random, this is what this is going to be. Do you guys ever, I did this a lot when I was a youth, like
masturbate to pictures of your mom?
When I was like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 36. Go to when payphones were around everywhere. Did you guys remember calling? And I think it's still around. We should try to call it on somebody's phone.
1-800-FAT-GIRL.
Yes.
Why did you instantly look at my phone?
Because you probably have perverted things.
Welcome to 1-800-FAT-GIRL,
where it's so easy to stick it in. Call it.
No,
call it.
Absolutely not. Call it on your phone.
Why won't you call it?
Because I don't want to call it on my phone.
I have to pay for minutes.
1-800 numbers are free, right?
I don't know.
Just 99 cents for the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
Just 99 cents.
I'll try it here.
1-800-FAT-GIRL.
See how quickly we can get this taken off YouTube.
There was a time where we had to write the number.
Did you put it on speakerphone?
It was through the mic, I guess.
It used to be a more sexier voice.
Now
it's just like, you've reached
1-800-FAT.
You've reached, it's going to be, it's calling me back. Hello.
Did you call?
Mike.
I was on.
Can you please stick your credit card in? Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised that's still a thing, though.
I used to, every time we'd go places, I'd like run away when I saw a payphone and I would dial it because I thought it was the greatest thing ever.
All you get was like that first 20 seconds and then, yeah. And then I think if you listen after a while, it gives you like options for like other toll numbers.
You reach 1-800 beefy guy.
1-800 stud muffin.
Oh, man. Those were the days. I remember I would do that all the time in the old market.
There was a payphone. It was one of the last payphones I saw, which was off of Hamilton, like 39th and Hamilton, over by like the old Top Notch body shop, which, yeah, it was on my way to school when I was going to elementary school, Walnut Hill.
What did you do to it?
Called 1-800-FAT-GIRL.
Oh, okay. You did it for show and tell. You're like, come on, class.
Yes.
They all took turns putting the phone up to their ear. You just
actually sounds like something I did for show and shit. Yeah, show and tell.
Show and
I used
shit.
to. My show and tells were usually like hacks, stuff like that. I remember doing like a show and tell. It's like if you take a cassette tape and you put tape or a piece of paper or whatever over like the two little notches at the top, you can record over it.
You used to do that with VCR tapes too.
Yeah.
You went to Benson?
Yeah.
It probably was called show and shit there.
Well, it depends if you can get out of those if you're at Benson if you're pregnant. I wasn't ever pregnant.
So all the girls got out of stuff? Is that what you're saying?
Good amount of the student body
was growing another body inside of them.
So I had a fun little moment last night. We went over to my mom and dad's because we're planning a vacation for this October, and we kind of went over there and we're letting my mom hang out with Moxley, and me and my dad were going over stuff for this year for car shows and fixing up the boat and all that fun jazz. And my dad at the local bar, he was in this fundraiser thing and he won a rake, but the rake was covered in pull tabs. I don't know what you guys call them around here, but the cards that have the things you peel off and
what?
Like the pickle tickets, the pull tabs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pickles.
Yeah. So they're called pull tabs because I'm not a fucking savage. Pickles. But I used to do the Magic the Gathering tour where we play all the GPs and play all the Pro Tours. And me and a buddy of mine from Des Moines, we went up to Minneapolis to the Pro Tour.
Why do you say Des Moines and then Minneapolis? It's Des Moines and Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Just ignore him.
Yeah. Anyway, so we obviously bombed out of the Pro Tour because we suck at Magic. But we stopped at this little restaurant, and they had the pull tabs, like the actual bar system where they show you what's still left in there. So we were like, oh, fuck it. You get $20 in pull tabs. This could be fun. And we hit one of the $100 pull tabs, and we instantly invested that $100 back in pull tabs.
That's what everybody did.
Right. Because it was still like, there's a couple $100 left in there. And I think by the end of the night, we had reinvested, I think we were close to like $400 or $500 reinvested back in pull tabs, because we'd win like $30-$40 here or there. And just to be like, sweet, more pull tabs, and just keep going back and forth. I think once we ran that out of pull tabs, like every gas station we'd stop at on our way from Minneapolis back to Des Moines, it was like, sweet, let's spend $20 on pull tabs. And then the next gas station, $20-$30 on pull tabs. And then the next gas station, I think we were like $1,200 deep on pull tabs by the time we got back to Des Moines.
That's crazy. You could have, yeah. I used to do that all the time too back when I was younger too. Like, well, not me, but if we went out as a family, me, my brother, my dad, my dad's girlfriend, my mom, and yeah, my mom and my dad's girlfriend now.
Nice.
But it's
okay.
Yeah.
She was like all big into like, we'll be doing our family stuff, and she'll be like doing the pickles and stuff like that. And it's a very complicated situation. But
did you lose your train of thought because he's touching himself?
I think he's pulling himself. I can't do that with baby Mike. No. But yeah, no, the pickles thing. We'd have like a table of like just pickles while one of us is blowing out a birthday cake or something like that. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you're not even here.
Does that say something about like me? And sounds like you too, like that when you win $100, you don't get excited about it?
I mean, like $100 is great. Like in perspective now, like Lonnie now, it's like $100. I'm going to fucking squirrel this away. But like Lonnie back in the day, I'd even say up to like Lonnie age 34 was like, what the fuck's $100?
Well, I remember I was at the casino and I hit $200. Like I put $20 in the machine and I won $200. And I was just like, it was just 200. It's like,
right.
That's how desensitized you become to
–
money nowadays. Like 200 doesn't mean shit.
Right.
It's kind of a good thing though, because some people feed into that. It's like they get that dopamine fix. It's like, oh, I win. I can continue to win. I think that's what they want you to do.
But yeah, we fish this fishing tournament every year, where first place is $100K, and I won. I got a check that was $500. I thought I was king shit. I'm like, it barely paid for my entry and the gas to get down to it. But I was like, yeah, I'm fucking king shit. I went home and was able to get like some Burger King on the way home, and I broke even. For like a month solid, I was like, yeah, that's okay. I cashed. People like, we don't give a fuck. Like, good job for you. I'm like, yeah, but I'm a professional. I made money at this. They're like, no, you're not. Like, congratulations. You went and beat 15 people at your local lake, and then you went and won $500 at a pro tournament. It doesn't mean you're a professional. I'm like, yes, it does. It's like, no, it doesn't.
It does to me.
Like the other 4,000 people at that lake would rather piss on you than put you out. Like, you're nothing.
I have a couple of my friends that I haven't seen for a while convinced that I'm psychic. And I kind of convinced myself, speaking of like casino, this has probably been like 5 years ago. A couple buddies and I, we went to the casino, and I don't play table games. I used to play roulette. The only thing, I don't play much except for the multi-keno ticket slot machine.
I've played that with you.
Because, yeah, I mean, you can play on $20 for a long time. We went there, and they kept throwing their money down at the tables. And I just told them, I was like, you guys are just wasting money. And they're just like, oh, because you know everything. And I was like, you notice I'm not playing because I don't feel it. And they're just like, what do you mean you don't feel it? So I was like saying, like, I don't feel that I'm going to win. None of these machines are talking to me. One's like, okay, I'm going to give you $5. And I'm like, you're going to pick a machine that's talking to you, and we're going to see if I win on it. And I'm like, okay.
Didn't you just say none of the machines are talking to you?
Well, it was just like all of a sudden we're walking around, and it's just like I literally was seriously walking around the place like 3 times. They're following me, and there was a machine calling out to me. So I told him this one.
What was her name?
Put it in. Yeah, he put his $5 in.
Talking to him,
and he won. He won like $100 first pull, and he's like, "Holy shit!" And then the other one's like, "Okay." So he gives me a $5. We're walking around again for a while, and there was another machine. I told him this one right here, and he put it in. I think he won like $250. I had myself convinced that I knew how to, that the machines could talk to me, but
He got his maximum load with just one pull?
Both of them did.
That's nice.
It was crazy.
My brother worked at the casino, and he was always like, no, don't play the small level games. Like, they never hit. He's like, you got to go into the high rollers room and play those. He's like, those are set.
Yeah, but you have to put like
$100
bill in.
Right. He's like, those are set to pay off more than the lower stakes games. I'm like, absolutely not. That's what they tell you to tell people. He's like, no bullshit. He's like, those hit like one every 5 times.
Well,
like, yeah, I have $500 to spend to win.
Yeah. Do you see the people that go in there though? That it's nothing to them.
Right.
I remember in Vegas, I was playing. They put the penny slots next to the high rollers room. They really kind of segregate you there, and
just so the rich people can walk by you and go, scum.
Yeah. Well, there was a guy. It was literally you had to put $100 for 1 credit, and this guy pulls out a wad of cash, hundreds, and he's just putting them in one right after that. Like the guy put at least like $4,000, $5,000 in there, didn't win anything, and walked away like it was nothing. And I'm sitting there on a penny machine, pissed because I lost $20. Oh,
I have a buddy that Dave and Tracie went to the casino with us one night, and he dropped like that. He probably dropped $4 or $5 grand, but he did it playing Mississippi Stud, playing a table game, and he was playing, was it $75 a spot, and every time he'd lose, he'd tip the dealer minimum $200 to be like, give me a good hand, and I think he dropped probably close to $8 or $9 grand in like 30 minutes. But to him, that's just fun money.
I want that kind of fun money.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Some of those dealers, though, they make like their
Absolutely.
salary within a quarter of their shift.
But do you realize how, like, probably, what's the word I'm looking for? Not intimidating, but how intimidating that job would probably be, because you have the pit boss over your shoulder all the time. You're probably, I mean, you're just, any wrong hand movements, they're probably the eye in the sky is like, this fucker.
Well, I mean, for every person there is tipping you good money, there's probably 50 people accusing you of stacking the deck or, manipulating cards somehow. You have to dealing with drunk fuckers. Like, that would be an absolutely miserable job for the little bit of money you make.
To me, I don't even know, like, the proper etiquette for tipping a dealer. Like, what's the amount of money I win that I'm supposed to tip? Like, do I tip if I win $25?
There's no like
I don't
chart on the back of your chips.
Right, yeah. I don't.
15%.
It's whatever you feel inclined to do. It's like tipping tattoo artists. Like, there's no set amount you're supposed to. It's just what you feel inclined to. Like the restaurant business, it's 15, 20%, blah blah blah. But then there's things you tip that not tipping is more of a you want to do it.
Casinos should do it like how restaurants do it in groups.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
gratuity.
Yeah,
tips already come in if you're in a group. Otherwise, yeah.
Well, here's the thing about restaurants that gets me. Like, I used to be a really good tipper. I still am, but like
I prefer to slide the whole thing and not just the tip.
From what I understand, it's you probably should do cash and just give it to the waiter, waitress, because from what I understand from people I know that are waiters, waitresses, bartenders and stuff, they don't get to keep their tips. They have to put their tips into a pool, and then they split it out evenly. And I'm like, that's bullshit, because Justin here, who might go above and beyond talking to people and working for his tip,
and
it's
Lonnie's
the same amount
as
Lonnie, who's in the back
eating off of people's plates and
harassing the females that he works with
and males.
Gets the same.
I'm an equal opportunity harasser.
Buttocks is buttocks.
I think I have an idea of what Justin's punishment can be.
Oh, yeah?
We should get one of those nice cameras that he can wear that's like a button or something like that. And we should make him go to 3 job interviews at weird places and have him disguised, and he has to just make it the most awkward.
Why does he have to be disguised? He's weird enough looking as is.
That's true. Well, I think he should have we should give him like a weird pedophile mustache or something.
We'll just do it do it while he's filming Colden and has the fucked up hair and the beard. And
just have him go to these places and he's
as Colden.
Yeah.
You see here that you danced for 2 years at the Playhouse.
Best damn 2 years.
I don't want to talk about my past. I want to focus on my future.
We're just to get my way through college.
Actually, our punishment to him is we're going to lock him in a room and we're going to blare that 10 hour. He has to, for 10 hours, sit in a room and let that Michael Jackson thing play through that blaring, like to where it's piercing his ears.
Dude, I would dance that whole thing.
No, you wouldn't. You'd like, turn it on.
In a room with no garlic at all.
Oh, no.
For 10 that's fine.
He would die.
I'll be fasting.
No garlic or apple cider vinegar at all.
A lot of garlic.
That's
the whole
kind
room. You can't leave the room until you eat all the garlic. He'd be out in 5 seconds.
That's it.
Where's the garlic coming?
I still remember when we were setting up the boxes for
it was bad that
One
day.
More Body, and he met up with us at the Henderson's house. And we're all in close proximity putting boxes together. I'm like, what the fuck is that smell?
Is it coming out of your mouth or out of your pores?
It was after a while because I felt like I was breathing harder than I needed to there, and it's like an enclosed space. I mean, like, it's a big garage, but
the way garage door was even open. I think.
But I'm like lifting and moving some stuff. I'm like, whew, oh, geez, I can smell myself. Like, I'm sorry, guys.
Then I think you put gum in your mouth, and I'm like,
it just still
the
didn't
gum
help.
just like dissolved.
Yeah. By the way, if filmmakers, if any of you are listening to this, if you're going to make prop boxes and you want to do small Easter eggs of your prop boxes, make sure they're not in your primary filming locations.
Oh my God.
Make sure you hide them a little bit better than we did.
All 3 of those boxes were like dead center at some point. And the thing is, we couldn't change the angle. Like we caught it every time, but
Every
it's like
time.
we couldn't switch it out. We couldn't move it. Like it wouldn't have worked. So
zoom in and lose some grainy, or I guess get some graininess. But
so basically, the church shit was the funniest one because that was like a close up. I'm like, well,
it's most of the boxes say like
church donations.
There's like Church of Satan donations.
There's
John's masturbation box,
which is a throwback to Unemployed, the last movie we did.
I think that's a good thing to do. I get, next week when we release the movie podcast, that's one thing I loved about Quentin Tarantino is his nods to his other projects.
Right.
But yeah,
I'm excited about that one. That's going to be fun to see how that goes. Won't be as long as this one. It'll only be about an hour to an hour and 20. This one's usually about just a little past the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
Gives or takes.
But yeah, I mean, and this is episode 19.
19.
Yeah.
Man.
19 in count. Well, if you want to count, it's pretty much like 22. If you want to count like
the ones that before Lonnie got here.
It is episode 20 with 0 counting with Lonnie.
Yeah.
So it's the 20th episode.
Episode 25, like we did something special for episode 10.
Sure.
We got something special planned for episode 25. We're going to be off-site again. We're going to go ghost hunting, boys.
Woo. I hope. Can we? I gotta be Velma.
Damn it.
That makes you.
You can be Daphne.
Okay.
I'm Velma Dinkley. Did you know that they had last names?
I didn't know they had last names.
Yeah. Okay. So I work for a Halloween, year-round Halloween place, and I've been doing my ordering for 2021. And the company that sells Scooby-Doo, it used to just be Fred, Shaggy, Velma, Daphne, but now they have last names. It's Shaggy Rogers, Velma Dinkley. I can't remember Daphne and Fred's, but they all have last names.
Nice.
I just think it's funny that Velma's last name's Dinkley. I want that
because
last
everybody
name.
wants the dinker.
Velma, she's the nerdy. Well, you would want to.
Let's talk about the fuck scale of of Scooby-Doo. Like looking at them and like being males, we'll just talk about the females. Like,
so we had Shaggy Rogers, Fred Jones, Daphne Blake, Velma Dinkley.
Yes.
Scrappy Doo,
so
Scooby-Dum.
out of Velma and Daphne, you can't tell me that you want to fuck Velma first.
She'd be the kinkiest out of them, probably.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, are you basing that off of all these cosplay girls that do the sexy Velma?
No, but 100%. Yeah, get my motor running. But in real life, just the attitudes of them on the show. In real life. In Scooby-Doo land. I'm talking about their...
I think Scooby would have the most energy. If you're into that.
Like,
I'll take my jacket off with that one.
Yeah. And like...
Hot dog.
In their... from the show, like, attitudes, their... their gumption, they're willing to try things. Velma, 100%.
Well, and I really, I shouldn't show you the catalogs, the costumes, because they have like the sexy Velma, and it's just like,
if it has anything to do with sexy and Velma, I've seen it, I promise.
So I know that there's somebody that you like.
Circle one. Do you like them back?
Check the box. Is it yes? Is it no? Is it maybe?
I used to hate that back at school. Somebody likes you, but I can't tell you who it is. It's like, what the fuck did you even tell me that?
I know
You're wasting
something.
my time.
I know something you don't know. What is that? I'm not going to tell you.
Did you ever do that thing where you would send one of your friends to go talk to the girl that you liked, and then you would always act like you didn't know they were doing it? You'd always pretend like you're doing stuff.
Dude,
and
why
then,
did you say that?
And then when they're pointing at you, you're like, what?
Who? Me?
Not me.
What a coincidence.
No, I just had the a-hole friends who were, once you like told them something in confidence, it was all out there. I'm like, why do you
see? There's some people I know that are like that, and sometimes I want to tell them things because I tell them like, don't tell anybody this because I know they're going to tell other people, and it's like, this could be a way to tell something to somebody without me having to do it. Okay, why is everybody looking at me?
Do you have something to say to us then? Are you keeping things from us? You don't keep things from us.
Justin,
your best friend.
Don't tell Lonnie I said this, but
are you looking at me or through me?
Through them clothes.
You know what you should play real quick? Your thing again that you made. I've never laughed so hard on this podcast.
I got to mute the mics because you just...
my ears were on fire because I was laughing so hard.
Here it goes.
Papa, can you hear me?
Basha, can you hear me?
Waste your
fucky sucky.
Anything.
Fucky sucky. Fucky sucky.
Papa,
Fucky
can
sucky.
you hear me?
Fucky sucky.
Papa, can you hear me?
Fucky sucky. Fucky sucky.
Can you hear me?
Fucky sucky. Fucky sucky. Fucky sucky.
Papa, can you hear me? I wish that could be my new ringtone.
So two things about that. First, I'm just picturing you editing that with your daughters playing on the floor. And then also, I feel like we could submit that to the Playhouse Strip Club and the girls would actually dance to that.
Fucky sucky.
Oh my gosh, man. I can't.
They were at daycare, so I had the time.
You did that at daycare?
Yes.
Its face. He never looked at the phone. It was all...
Oh, my God. Yeah, when we end here shortly, you have to play us out.
Yeah, that's
and also do that guy that's like, thanks for listening to me.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Oh, man.
I was editing that today, and, Crystal works from home, so... She's kind of like hearing a little bit of it. And like every now and then I'll take like a restroom break or something like that and come out and like, Papa, can you fucky sucky?
She shouldn't even be surprised anymore with the thing.
She pretty much just like looks down like, oh my God, grabbing like the bridge of her nose. Like,
I can see it too because she does that look a lot when I come over to you. Just like, garlic again.
It's part of my diet.
Oh man.
Whew. This had a little bit of a spice to this.
So, Lonnie, you don't really know much about. I told you a little bit about it, but I'm excited because last week I passed off the the first rough cut of One More Body.
Yeah, you're telling me about that.
To a local guy. I'm going to give him some love here. Alexander Hamilton. Yes, that is his real name. He's a local musician, composer. Justin's the one that told me about him. We were listening to some of his stuff, and it's great.
This dude makes some amazing stuff. The way I kind of described him, he's kind of like our local Trent Reznor. Like he does quite a bit of soundtracks, like his music. Like every now and then he does like these live things. I want to say it was like at like a weekly or every other week, at least a few times a month. He would just get on like his keys, his synths or whatever, and just plug in and watch. You can watch him just do some creations. But
he's already sent me like the opening, because he's custom scoring the whole movie.
Nice.
So everything's going to be 100% real, or made for the movie. And then he's also going to be doing some sound Foley. He's going to adjust the nightmare of sound that I attempted to do, because it sounds good on a regular PC, but when I plugged my earbuds into my Mac computer, it was like I was hearing things in the sound that I didn't even know was there. Like you can hear me at one point give direction, like right there. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, but yeah, he's doing that. He said it'll take a few weeks to do it. So I'm excited with that. Guy's super nice. Another person, like, you know, we were kind of earlier, Lonnie, when you were sending us those videos in our group chat. And I said, we should do a video like that for the Boundless PodTrap. If we want to make a custom music video, this guy would make the music. He would compose the music, and even him or know somebody to do the lyrics for
some of the samples that he was kind of sending us, which you were in on that too. Like it fits the mood. I can definitely see that. He's got quite a bit of a background, I think, like to buy or purchase or whatever. But I think he does everything for pay. If you have something, he's commission.
I mean,
he
he's
does commission. Yeah, I mean,
super talented. The guy, like, there a lot of, you know, his passions and excitement and outlook something, or like I look at stuff. And
right.
I mean,
he also served as an assemblyman from the New York County and the New York State Legislature, which was chosen as delegate for the Constitutional Convention by his father-in-law. That's the other Alexander Hamilton.
Wow.
But,
way to make the cool run out of something.
What? Fucky sucky.
That's gonna be whenever his jokes bomb. That's what there's gonna be like 5 seconds of silence, and then you're gonna hear, "Father, can you hear me?" He's like, "Remember when I did this?" Got the biggest laugh. So we should figure out right now
3
what our topics. Let's figure out what our topics for next episode are going to be right now. Let's have the listeners hear how it goes down, how we come up with ideas. Usually we do this via like our group messenger thing, but let's talk it out.
We can throw the baby against the wall and see what sticks.
So there's one thing. The only problem is it's going to take a lot of research, and I just don't know what my schedule is going to be like work-wise and all the things that we do. Yeah. But I've always wanted to talk about the Mandela effect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, did you want to take the lead for next one? Did you want to start the new cycle? Like, who wants to take the lead for the new cycle?
I did like 2 in a row, so yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while since I did one. Yeah, I was supposed to do one. The last one I was supposed to do was back in November when I got COVID.
I was going to say, so Justin took the lead last week, and then I kind of took the lead tonight as a, you know.
Okay, well.
So, yeah, you take the lead for next one. Right, so what's a full topic you want to talk about?
Really good. I don't want to do that now. I thought if it was going to be where we all.
What the fuck? You like? Yeah, let's talk this out. Yeah, when we start talking down, you're like, oh, never mind.
If we all were going to pick topics, that's what I meant.
We're picking topics. Yeah, so it's your episode. Let's pick our topics.
I thought you meant that I'm picking all the topics.
No, we don't do that system anymore.
It'd just be me quiet here, like.
No, we don't do that anymore. Okay. We can't be organized anymore. We're like fucking cats.
I think the organization is somewhat there, but I feel like the organization for this podcast was slowing things down. I think.
No. Just you have the final topic. It's so.
Well, like I said, I that's a possible future one, the Mandela effect. Yeah. Which is, if people don't realize that, I mean, like, what's the president of some other country, like everyone's like, when you say his name, there's like, they think he's dead, but he's still alive. Right. And like, why do people think that? Why do they assume that this guy's dead?
Well, like another Mandela effect is the Monopoly man doesn't have a monocle.
Yeah. I think that has to do with Ace Ventura, because remember in Ace Ventura, when he punches that bald guy that looks like the Monopoly guy and he has a monocle. I think that's when I first was like, oh yeah, he does have one.
Planner Peanuts.
He's got one.
He has one, yeah.
Well, he does, but they think of that guy. Because they look they're both
they have heads. Penises for heads.
Yeah.
That too.
Just like the song, We Are the Champions, doesn't end with Of the World.
Doesn't?
Does not.
Are you sure about that?
100%.
Bullshit, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
We are the champion of the world. What does he say then?
We are the champions.
And then he stops there.
No, I don't buy that.
It ends
one
with,
bit.
I've done my time.
We're going to find out right now.
We're
We're
going to do this live, recorded, not live.
You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Hey, how was your weekend? Now we just got to demonetized. There we go. Oh, nice. You got a Terrifier? Oh.
It's not the end. Literally the end. The last line of the song.
How do we get demonetized on Spotify?
We can't.
Of the world. See, it was right there.
It's the intentions is there.
Interesting. Well, we don't have to talk about the Mandela effect anymore. We just have
2 of a billion done.
Are you talking about Nelson Mandela? People thought he was the president.
Maybe that is. That's probably it's called the
Mandela
effect. Don't you see? This is why I said we have to do research on it. But
he was just a very pivotal character, but like. He was falsely imprisoned for like so long, and then when he came out, he's like, "Yeah,
don't
just
act
forgive
like
him."
you know this. You have a fucking laptop in front of you.
I can look it up.
You know what's funny though? Like we give him shit about being on a laptop, but he's the kind of motherfucker who knows this crazy shit like that. But you're like, "Hey, what kind of shoes are those?" He's like, "I'm fucking know." Black ones.
If I'm being honest, I think we should all have I mean, I have a tablet with me, but I think we should all have a laptop with us. And for this, so we can do stuff like that. Now, I will say this with your guys' topics, I think we should steer clear of religious.
Jesus Christ.
We do religious way too much.
No, we don't.
Nobody cares.
We did it once.
We talked about religion once.
We talk about religion. We talk about Satan. We talk about...
Oh, my God.
That was the same episode.
I think that we just need
literally the same episode. But here's the problem when we do stuff like that you don't like. You fucking phone it in like nobody's business.
Because I don't know shit about it. I don't care to learn anything about it. I don't know nothing.
It's very influential.
And its thing is we don't tell each other what we're doing. And I think that's good for the most part. And so I don't know anything about it. So
ask questions.
I'm not going to ask questions because I don't care. I don't talk religion. I don't talk about Satan.
Your ideas are valid, Lonnie.
This fucking guy.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a topic like that about religion or something I don't know and I didn't get time to do research, not that I probably would do much research on it, I'm not going to add much to it because I'm just going to be like, I don't know. Religion's I'm not a smart man, Jenny.
Fucking guy.
I try to do topics, and I'm not saying I've had some that are a swing and a miss, but I try to come up with some fun topics and that's another thing I think we need to talk about too, is we need to do more topics to where it's involves all of us. It's not just one reading and the other two just sitting there like,
mm-hmm. Why are you looking at me?
Did you look at him too?
Look, archetypes are awesome.
I still don't know what the fuck archetypes are.
I don't either. I definitely phoned that in and fell asleep.
That was like 17 episodes ago. Was it?
Doesn't feel like it. It feels like it was just yesterday.
Wasn't that like number 1 or 2?
No, because we would have stopped. If that was our first episode, we would have been like, yeah, I think this was a bad idea. That was like episode like...
No, because episode 1 was about pyramid schemes.
True.
I remember
so that was another one.
So it was like the second one. That was awesome. And I noticed I do that a lot. Like most of my stuff is usually about like something scammy or
that nobody learns and cares about.
That's not true.
Just kidding.
Like
kidding.
We had this big grandiose thing, and it goes back to episode 1, and we've definitely grown as a podcast.
Have we?
We really have. But like episode 1, like we each come with this big grandiose thing, and I'm like, I come in with this hard hitting thing, and Jeremy comes in with this hard hitting thing, and we're like, yeah, Justin, what do you got? Pyramid schemes, and we're like, huh?
It was amazing.
You had like
these were amazing.
A fucking.
I'm like, you guys didn't prepare for your shit. I got my notes highlighted. Everything's in.
Yeah, we had like 2 pages each, and you come with like fucking 3-ring notebooks, 4 of them.
He had like an easel and a pointing stick thing.
Came in with an apple for both of you guys.
Oh man!
But I ate it before I got here.
I will admit, like when he was like just getting into the start of his pyramid schemes, I'm like, oh my God. I was like, we're going to have to not have Justin pick topics.
The history is important. You got to learn about the history before you can.
That's why we don't have many listeners, because they listen to that first one and they're like, yeah, it's great. Pyramid schemes?
It's like, who's that guy with the sexy voice who talks about all the fun facts?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was a sound effect. you had me fooled. I was like, when did you add that? Oh, man. Okay, so
and then you talk a lot about horror stuff, and you touch on other supernatural or mental type of thing. I guess I talk about like mental.
Okay,
I think
what would be fun topic? Let's start there. A fun topic.
Bounce houses.
I could get into bounce houses.
Well, we just talked about everything there is to know about bounce houses. So,
above ground swimming pools.
I'm trying to think because I remember when we first started this, I had you guys send me a list of like topics because I was planning everything, and then it was just like I don't even want to attempt to scroll to because that was our very first thing in our group thing. I'd be
we scroll all the way to the top. We'll see Justin's cock.
Yeah,
that was the very first message.
It was.
Well, it was with
memories
with Mike in it. Because I needed to know that you guys, I could trust you guys with some important stuff. So,
thank you.
Little did we know that was a precursor to our game last week.
Oh, man. I don't know. See, now we're just like, I haven't come up with any topics.
There's one of my next topics I do want to talk about. Kind of coincides with like Mandela effect type of thing. Like it's kind of the crazy fucked up thing. I think this will be my next topic. The difference between nightmares and night terrors.
Okay.
I can get into that.
Dream type of stuff.
I can get into that. I used to write my dreams down.
Me too. Yeah.
Like first thing in the morning when I woke up, I'd write them down. And I actually found one of those notebooks from like 2001.
That will be a future topic for myself is lucid dreaming and like remote type of thing. That's a type of thing.
It would be. I've always wanted to get one of those books that tells you what your dreams mean, like if you dreamt of this and stuff.
I got a few of those if you want to.
I might want to.
But when it comes to dream interpretation, also like with things like interpretation, when it comes to like dreaming or tarot or whatever, it's like you also kind of have to find your own meaning because it doesn't necessarily mean what it's implying strictly because
there's one that I have a lot. And it has to do with me back in either high school or junior high.
Let's analyze this.
Forgetting my combination. Oh. And it's like, in my head, I'm like, wow, how did I ever remember a combination when I was actually in school? But it's like, I could not, like I would be going to my next class and that's like, well, I don't remember what my combination was, so I can't get the stuff I need.
Were you fully clothed?
Yes.
Okay. So you're missing 3 important numbers. 3 is a number which symbolizes imbalance, but it is also a finishing sometimes because things happens in 3s. And there's something behind that wall that you cannot reach, something that you're trying to obtain, maybe a past, present, future. What do you got, Lonnie?
Or it could be your battle with your inner self. 3 is a biblical number. It could either be representing 333, which is the holy number, the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit, or 666, which is a demonic representation.
That's quite the opposite thing there. So, which is it? How do I know?
Oh, we're just making shit up.
There's the angelic number 3. In numerology, 3 is important.
Yeah, we're just making shit up. We have no idea.
I have no idea either. I just have that a lot. And then those dreams where like you're being chased by something and like every time you get up to run, you fall down. You get a couple steps and it's just like.
It's like you're in like deep thigh or knee deep of water. It's like, oh, I'm running so fast, but I'm going nowhere.
It could be just on regular concrete and it's like I'm not running anywhere and it's just like just keep getting up and
the killer right behind you is just watching.
Must be rough to sleep, fuckers.
Not the whole time.
I'm not a restful sleeper. I'm a very restless sleeper.
If I can sleep more than 3 hours a night, I would be thankful.
Lonnie hasn't slept since the accident. So.
No, seriously, like between getting up, feeding Mox, between getting up with my OCD, and between just not sleeping because of all the medication I'm on, like seriously, if I can get more than 3 hours a night, I would be blessed.
He's getting up and feeding his OCD.
No, like seriously, like what's it? Usually I'm up at least 6 or 7 times a night having to get up and check the locks, and then I'll lay back down, and then within 15 minutes I have to get up, check them again, and I'll go lay down, and then 15 minutes later I get up, I gotta check him again, and come lay down, and by that time I've woken Mox up, so I have to feed him, get him back down, but in the process of putting him back down, I have to check the locks again and then come lay back down. And that's a cycle for at least 2 to 3 hours. And then I can finally go back to sleep. And I'll usually get an hour of sleep. And then that process starts up again.
Put a camera on the door. Sleep right next to the door.
Yeah, right.
With your hand on the door.
Take the door off.
Right?
Man,
no more locked doors.
I have to have my sleep.
That usually only lasts till about 2 o'clock in the morning because that's when the bar gets out. And what I'm hearing, what triggers me waking up and thinking I got to check the locks is people leaving from the bar.
Starting their choppers.
Yeah.
You know, a little over a year ago, October 2019, and I'm finally, it's been a while of getting used to it, but somebody tried breaking into my house in the middle of the night when I was there, heard them, watched them out the window. I mean, you know, it was scary. I mean, watching them and being on the phone with the police, and it's just like, you know, the police are they stay on the phone with you because, you know, this is, you know, somebody breaks into the house or whatever. But like,
they're like, sir, are you dead yet?
Yeah. But it's like any other time cops drive up and down the street like every freaking 2 minutes. And it's like going on 15 minutes. And I even said that to them. I'm just like, where the fuck are the police? I was like, they're driving. There's no traffic. It's 3:30 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Why are they not here? Why is it taking so long? And, you know, but I will tell you, it took me a long time after that to even get to sleep properly because
absolutely,
every little noise you hear, your senses are in tune. And it's like, you know, the grill cover blowing in the wind, you hear like, and it's like, okay, somebody's on the fucking back porch going to break in. And, you know, I was armed at the time with a fucking heavy flashlight. That's all I had. And it's just like, I'm thinking to myself, if this person comes in, it's on.
That's what I'm afraid of too, is having kids at my place and finding all the hidden weapons.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's sharp. Don't, because I never actually baby proofed my house. And I have one that's we're getting her into a bed and not out of the pack and play thing.
Right.
So it's like, okay, yeah, she's ninjaing out right now and coming into our bed. And like,
now imagine that fear and that fear constantly all day.
You can't come to terms with it?
No, absolutely not. Like, imagine those two fears literally, well, other than the little bit I sleep and the other obsessional thoughts, that is my day. Like, other than being in therapy and being told not to think like that, which, you know.
Good job.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, if it's that easy, I just won't have OCD anymore. But, like, those thoughts, that's how my brain works. Like, other than, like, the thoughts of...
I see you tried cutting yourself.
That was my fucking dog. But, like, other than the, you know, terrible self-worth or the... Yeah, boohoo me hour. But the horrible self-worth or the, like, I'm accidentally going to poison Mox, or Tracie's going to leave because she found someone better, or the house is filling with gas and we're all going to be poisoned and die.
You're the winner.
What?
You're the winner.
Right. These are the thoughts that are constantly in my brain. Like, OCD isn't the, oh, haha, I clean too. I have such OCD. Like, cool. There are some people who that's what their OCD is. I would love that to be my OCD. I don't tell people I have OCD. I tell them I have obsessive compulsive disorder because I don't have the neat, clean, fun OCD. I have the constantly wanting to break down in tears and have to take multiple SSRIs to not want to die every day OCD. Wow, this got dark quick.
That doesn't sound pleasant. It's an important conversation because, I mean, both of us have also pressed about, like, the, you know, getting your mental right. And it's sometimes it's easy to say that, but yeah, people do in this day and age need medical or medicine or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes the dosages aren't right and you have to experiment for years at a time before they can actually get it.
Well, and the problem with mental health is it's such a specialized, like, thing. The people who are really good at it, like, I've got my therapist and then I have a psychologist. I see, if I'm lucky, the psychologist who prescribes medication once every other month. Like, so the person who's actually responsible for pumping me full of medication, if I'm lucky, I will see her once every 2 months.
Is that cycled, or is it, I mean, like, do they adjust dosages?
Just when she's available.
Oh, geez.
Like, she has so many patients, It's just when you can get in to see her. Now, I see my therapist.
By patients, you mean like
people who are actually, that's
like,
all the
what do you
patients
do
she
to
can
her?
see. No, my therapist, Kelly, I see her once a week, and I can call her every day, every hour if I need to. She would be pissed off, and she would be so annoyed by me. But if I need to.
Let's have her be a call-in guest.
Right? She's from Minnesota. She would be terrible.
Oh.
But like
I was thinking of
help is there. And that's something with a lot of people with OCD, why they struggle and why they fail is they don't realize that help is there. And like to be successful with it and get better, like you need to admit you're broken. Like don't ask for help in the terms of, like, say I came to you and said, hey, I've got OCD, I'm struggling. The worst thing you can say is, oh my God, I'm so sorry. What can I do?
I think the pity
is I don't want your sympathy. I want you to help me get better. Like that's what, like a lot of mental health, that's the wrong approach to take with it. Like, I don't want your sympathy.
That's what they press a lot these days, too. It's like, not necessarily, and when it comes to not just health or mental, I guess it's mostly mental health type of thing. It's like depression is on an incline, but I mean, but having factors that can help you with that, I mean, it's always ever growing too, but having the people who are responsible enough are certified, like pushing somebody, and that's kind of why we both kind of push like the non-religious or secular type of therapy, because that is based in science, whereas
God will help you.
Yeah, it's like give your problems to the. It's like, I can't. My problems still exist though. So yeah.
Well, it's like if you go to somebody and you actually want help, like telling me, "Oh, it'll be okay. I'll be here for you." It's not gonna help me. Like saying, "Okay, what can we do to get rid of this problem?" Like I feel like shit. Okay, let's make you not feel like shit. Telling me, "Oh, it's okay." What can we, do you want a cookie? No, I don't want a fucking cookie. I want you to make me not feel like shit anymore.
Yeah, when people are like, you have to validate this or your feelings are valid. It's like, I don't know if you want to call them valid.
No,
it's like, I want to change them. I want to alter them. I want to be in control. It's like, yeah, I have these feelings, but they're just feelings. They're triggers to something greater. Right. When people are like, you deserve this. And that's one of my biggest things I've kind of grown to. It's like, we don't deserve pretty much anything in life. And that might sound like nihilistic or anything or something, but it's like, no, if we want something, we have to take measurements to strive for something. But I mean, to ask for something to be just given to you or handed to you, an easy life type of thing. It's like, how about try to exercise the strength to overcome that?
Yeah.
It's like, that'll give you more value. You will feel more accomplished. You would have a measurement of what you've achieved. It's like, wow, I just, instead of just giving you a silver spoon type of thing, it's like, I didn't deserve it. I didn't work
for it. Yeah. Right.
Sir. I'm just listening.
Jeremy? Do you like to be called Jeremy or Jeremy?
I like to be called by my name, Jeremy.
Jeremy. Jeremy, yeah. Jeremy.
Possibly he likes to be called either one.
I'll answer to anything.
He likes to be called Big Papa.
Senior Poopy Pants.
Well, boys,
Leather Daddy.
I mean, we're just a little over the 2-hour mark. I think maybe we wrap this episode up. I mean,
we're probably at like the hour and a half because we're going to cut
right.
silence.
Hey, that's okay. We can have a short one for once.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
Tracie's used to that.
Man, no, but if you ever want to add some extra time to your fucking, get on medication, man. You will never come again.
What fucking?
Right?
Your fucking is valid.
You probably get more ass than both of us.
No.
And sucky.
No.
Fucky. Fucky sucky. You sure?
Stacy, stop listening for real.
Oh my God. She just turns it up when you say that, right?
Well, she better not if we're going to be talking about this.
Let's hear about your sex.
Turn it off or I will disown you as a sister.
How's your sex life?
It's not there.
If she is a concerning sister, she would like to know.
She don't need to know.
If there's ways that she can help hook you up with somebody.
No. I don't want people hooking me up with people. I'm not on this world to get ass.
You have a Tinder account. You want ass.
I have a Tinder account because I don't know how the fuck to get rid of it.
You should give us your Tinder account for like a week, and we would get you so much, ass.
As my punishment, I will take advantage of your Tinder account.
No, that sounds like I should get because I won.
You guys are looking at like I'm out looking for ass. At some point, yeah.
Oh my God, sounds like someone who could get all the ass and he just doesn't want it.
Yeah. How can I get all the ass?
You're such a waste. You are such a waste. You are a handsome man. You are in relatively good shape. You got a giant cock, and you're sitting there going, I don't want to use any of it. You are so selfish.
I've used
selfish.
It. Everybody. 2014 was probably my biggest year of
Lube Ash Plumbing over here laid so much pipe in the Omaha area.
I did, because that was the year where I really was fed up with things. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to, if they're interested in me that way, I'm going to do it. And yeah, there are women interested in me that way. And part of me is too, but
you're interested in yourself that way?
I've recently stepped back and looked at myself, and I'm like, it's not cute to be this way. I'm almost to 40, and it's not cute to be doing things like that. Plus, I'm not going to get into this song and dance thing again, but it's just like my heart is on somebody else right now. And
yeah, but your dick could be on so many other people.
But that feels like cheating to me, because
look at this fucking man after my own heart.
He's not after your heart.
No, I want him after my ball.
I just feel like if I were to go with somebody and we both know the sole purpose of it is just for friends with benefits type of thing, I just feel like that's not right with how I feel right now.
Dang, attaboy.
You have you still have like this one-nightus type of thing. You have a scarcity mindset. You need to think more abundance. That'll help you with a lot.
I'm proud of you. That was a touching speech, and I liked it.
We made some breakthroughs here.
That was good. I mean, you're special, and you touched my heart.
This is so weird. Justin, you're looking at me like you're gonna say something wrong at this point.
No, he's not. We're proud of you. We're proud of you for making that choice.
I mean, it's the right
It's
choice,
not the choice I would make if I were you, but
you don't know how my heart feels about this girl right now.
I do know how your heart feels about this girl, and I'm very proud of you because she's a very special girl, and she has a very special heart in you. We love you, and we are happy for you, and if you don't put your foot on the gas soon, we're going to do it for you.
You cannot steer a parked car. You have to have some sort of momentum.
Unless you got really good power steering. Have you ever done that, Sam?
Well, if I want to get an arm workout,
I don't know.
I drain my power steering.
I do too, but it's called masturbation.
Well, you dual-hand it?
Sometimes.
Boom.
I usually have to dual finger it. I can't get both hands on it, so I just mostly do it like this.
Medication.
And if I do it just right, it looks like the Ultimate Warrior mask.
Just how Jeremy was saying earlier. 100% payout with just one stroke.
I go through a lot of Kleenex.
Is that a happy tissue or a sad tissue?
Socks.
You don't even.
I wear socks.
New method.
Joseph.
That's why you just wear a dirt. You don't take your shirt off for the day. You just finish on the shirt. You pull the shirt off, throw it in the laundry.
We made a movie about this.
Stop fucking your socks. I notice Joseph doesn't have socks. Yeah, because he keeps fucking them. Joe Coy, man, that's the best skit.
I can't wait till touring is more of a natural, I guess. When things, when he comes back through again.
The world's never going to be the same. I wouldn't stuff might get back to normal. We might see people tour. I think everything's going to be internet based. As much as that hurts my heart, I'd love to see bands tour again. I would love to go shows to be back to they were.
They will, because people are going to eventually just give up, and they're not going to, I mean, a lot of people don't listen anyways. I mean, just for example, today, at my work, we have one cashier because the store is a small mom and pop store, and we had to cut staff because that's the only way we can survive, especially now in this COVID world we live in. So we have one cashier, and they can't work 7 days a week.
The hell they can.
Yeah. But so like the days that they're off, everybody else in the store has to take 1.5-hour shifts on the cash register.
Shifts on the cash?
Yes. So I was on the first shift today from 10 to 11:30, and the first fucking guy through the door this morning was this old guy, probably in his 70s, and
exempt from masks.
He looked like the kind of guy that, you know, he's for his age, he still is energetic and whatnot. Comes in not wearing a mask, and I'm just like, oh, sir. I was like, do you have a mask? Yeah. And then he keeps walking without putting it on. I'm like, well, sir, I was like, we do require you to wear one while you're in here shopping. He's like, oh, you require me? He's like, what, are you going to make me? And I was like, well,
if it comes down to it.
I was like, I'm not going to physically make you, but
some chingazos.
He's just like, so you're not going to give me service? And I was just like, well, I said, if you're not wearing a face mask or a face shield, I was like, then yeah, we're not going to give you service because we require it. And then he goes to me, he's just like, do you think you're big enough to throw me out? And I just shrugged my shoulders. I'm like, I'm not going to get into this with you, old man. I was like, I may not be the biggest guy, but I was just like, I will knock your fucking dick in the dirt if you're going to start this shit. And I'm just like, I just shrugged my shoulders, and then we just stared at each other for like 10 minutes, it felt like. And then he reaches in his pocket and pulls it out. And then it's like he had Tourette's. He's like, fuck shit. And he was just saying curse words as he's putting the mask on. He's like, I don't know what you think these things do. They're just for decoration. And I'm like, yes, because I'm the one that came up with this whole mask mandate. I'm just doing what our company said to do. I'm just enforcing the right thing to do. But it's like, it's been a fucking year pretty much since this has been implicated. And you're still bitching about it. Put the fucking mask on. You obviously have to wear it other places because you have the thing in your fucking pocket. So don't try to flex up and act all big and bad, because I will put my foot down your fucking throat.
How many people
my name tag off?
How many people come in refusing to wear a mask and then ready to pull out their phone and record stuff?
It was, nobody's pulled anything out to record, but it was like for the longest time there, people were wearing them. I didn't have a problem. But now, because of the whole vaccine, people are like, well, there's a vaccine, so fuck it.
It doesn't mean that you
have to give this thing a long time to have any kind of fucking effect.
My
or take our route and just get it.
My mother-in-law just called my wife like a week or two ago, and she's like, it was like 11 o'clock at night. And she's like, oh, I just want to tell you not to get the vaccine. Why? Why are you calling at like 11 o'clock at night to not get it? And you don't have any reason why not to. You haven't looked into anything. It's just what you hear from other people.
Right now, I don't want to get it because I don't know enough about it. I know the short-term effects are good, but we don't know shit about the long-term effects. People are just putting this stuff in their body, and it's like, fuck, who knows what's going to happen a year from now, 2 years from now? People are going to start going into cardiac arrest because we didn't test it properly. We tested it on a few people for like a week, a month, and now we're just like, shit, put it in everybody. I don't know. I'm on the wall with it because yes, I would like to have the vaccine, but I wish it was tested properly. Like, and there's different ones. Johnson & Johnson has one now that's going to start coming out, and it's a one-shot thing.
It won't burn your eyes.
Yeah. So I don't know, but people just need to, we're not normal again. And yes, maybe the masks aren't doing anything, but why is that a risk? Like, who fucking cares? It's something that's lightweight on your goddamn face. If you don't touch it and take it off all the time, you'll get used to it.
You got to change your tactics up with like people like that, though. It's like, you know, I need you to put the mask on, and if they want to get all hidey-mighty testy and, you know, measure dicks or something like that, it's like, man, like with you without that mask, I really want to jump on you and just make out with you. And I want to,
I'm telling you what, like the next step would have been, I'll just be like, we'll just call the police. Cause there's been so many people like, I have a medical condition. They're so fucking proud to say that. And it's just like, we are the only business that has the answer to that. And I've said this before, face shields. There's no medical condition for a face shield. It's not claustrophobic. It's not wrapped around your mouth, which I think is bullshit. I mean, a fucking cotton.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's
you just need something to catch the droplets. That's pretty much it.
And you're not necessarily wearing it to protect yourself. You're wearing it to protect others because yes, you're still getting particles in that mask, but your particles aren't shooting out of the mask. And that's why you wear it, to protect others. I know that's a hard concept for people to understand because we live in a very selfish age.
Freedoms.
Yeah, my freedoms. You know what?
It's like you don't have any freedom.
These are the people that need to catch COVID.
You don't have any freedom if you're dead.
Yeah. Lonnie and I, we had COVID, and I don't want to go through that again.
Absolutely not.
Never again. I don't want to wish that on anybody.
eat way too much garlic to get COVID. So
obviously, maybe that's the answer.
I'm trying to get you guys on.
I don't know how you survived. Like everybody else around you got COVID, and you're like, fucking immunities.
Yeah, I
probably this fucking room we're sitting in right now where we got it.
Pretty much have interactions with like 1,000 people a day.
That's not. It couldn't have been this room because everybody else on that movie set, almost everybody else got it besides Chuck.
Yeah, but yeah, COVID. And the thing is, things like, for instance, the Super Bowl. We saw how many people were there, and there was people telling me like, "Well, they're all hospital workers that had the vaccine." That's bullshit. Out of the 25,000 people that were there, only I think like 4,000 of them were.
You tell me that whole team was hospital workers?
Well, they're telling me everybody that was there were nurses and doctors in the medical field. I'm like, okay, so the 12-year-old boy I saw there as a doctor,
right?
Doogie Howser.
They charged hospital workers $7,000 for cheap seats.
Yeah, no, they got there's
doctor
no way
salary.
And WrestleMania is in the same stadium, and they're going to be doing the same exact thing. They're going to be letting 25,000 people in there.
You can keep the seat open and then just scream to the top of your lungs when your team was winning.
I just thought that the most hypocritical thing at the start of the Super Bowl was President Biden talking about, we need to wear masks and blah, blah, blah. Okay, you're saying that at a fucking event that has 25,000 plus people there if you include the faculty and staff there. And it's like you see people on there when they're doing the national anthem and all that stuff. They pan through the crowd, and there were a lot of people not wearing masks, but yet he's sitting there saying, we got to slow the curve. Well, this event is not going to do that.
Shut up, Biden. Give me my stimulus check.
I had an epiphany the other day, kind of relatively to this topic here, presidential topic. And I was like, holy shit. In the last 4 years, in my household, I don't think Trump came up once. I mean, there's probably people who talk about Trump, but we never talked about Trump in our household. People like make it such a big deal, like that's their news, that's what they plug into 24/7. Everything that they spread on social media, sexual media too, it's all Trump.
Well, you know what's funny is Trump ruined the Republicans for me. Like he exposed how terrible like the current Republicans are, so it really shook my faith in the Republican Party because I've been a Republican since I've been old enough to vote. And I was like, man, maybe I should really look into the Democratic Party. And over the last couple of years, I was like, man, okay. Maybe I should start looking at the different party lines and start questioning things.
Both of the parties have changed drastically.
Well, and then I started looking into the Democrats because they're running the House, the Senate, and the presidency.
Literally.
And now I'm like, fuck, this is the reason why I hate Democrats. Like, they're like, okay, it's a good thing. $10,000 to student loan debt. That's awesome. That's not good enough. We want 50. Well, we're giving you a free $10,000. Nah, we want 50. Go fuck yourself. Like we're giving you a free $10,000. Nah, we want 50.
The money sounds good, but that's the thing with a lot of people. It's like they're not willing to. They're the welfare, people who know how to play the system type of thing. It's like if I could sit on my ass and do nothing and get minimum pay or whatever, just flipping a burger. It's like they want the same pay type of thing. It's like, no, this person's in the sewers. Like he's fucking die deep in shit all day, and you want the same pay as him. It's like, you got to work for something.
I'm going to say this. I don't hate Trump. I don't like Trump. I don't hate Biden. I don't like Biden. But what Biden has done since being in office just shows why I'm not I'm not into politics, because
did you see
he's basically undoing everything that Trump has done and has been doing the last 4 years. Now he's going in and he's undoing anything just because it was attached to Trump, and Trump did it, just like Trump did with everything Obama did.
They're just pandering. That's all it is.
It's not going to get us anywhere, and it's silly. I think politicians are more childish than children are, and
that's not just their fault too. That's all of our faults. Like the general public, like we feed into that. We want drama. It seems like, and it's like. Well, you don't want any progress. You want just to stir the shit. That's it.
Everybody that was against Trump and were just like talking all this shit when he was in office are now saying and doing everything that Trump supporters were doing now that Trump's out of office and Biden's in there. And it's like, nobody's better than anybody else. Everybody's just as selfish and childish.
Did you see Biden's inauguration, when he accepted his presidency, his first gesture was he shrugged.
Right.
His whole freaking inauguration was just fucking ridiculous with all the celebrities and everything. I'm like, this is really what
it's a popularity contest.
This is dumb. He has a parade. That's it. Bill Clinton playing the saxophone on his inauguration. I mean, that was kind of like, oh, that's funny, but it was
he's a normal dude.
Yeah,
I think
I want to play the saxophone now.
Presidency or politicians should be more of like a jury duty type of thing, because the people who want to be in the position shouldn't be, and the people who don't want to be there, like they could probably do something. Like, I don't want to do jury duty.
Right.
It's kind of a waste of time with the pay that I get. It's going to affect things drastically as far as budgeting for monthly expenses and etc. But it's like, if I had to be put in the position, I would do the best I can with what I have.
Right.
And instead of just like maintain the spot and let things corrupt, like lifetime politicians, I would say 99% of the time, they got a taste of what the life is going to be. So they want to maintain that spot. Biden is a lifetime politician, pretty much, like a career politician.
Well, the days of the true president, I think, are over.
The gentleman president.
Like the true, I think the last true president we had, and this will probably get me a lot of slack, probably is Bill Clinton.
I agree.
Like, I think George W. Bush came in as, like, the son of Papa Bush, and that was the decline. Like, because I think he probably handled 9/11 pretty terribly.
Yeah.
Like, he definitely rose patriotism in the United States, but I don't think he did that. I think that was just the perfect spark to raise patriotism.
That was the opening, the awakening of how we were plugging into everything.
But can you imagine, though, being him, like, as the president, like, for something like that to happen?
Well,
like,
absolutely.
How to, like, think on your feet and handle things. I know a lot of people think he has something to do with the attacks. I don't know that I believe that, but... I mean, that's like kind of like, holy shit, that's a fucking attack on America. What do we do? I don't know. I was just reading books to kids.
Right. Well, terribly. They were probably reading them to him.
There's pictures.
But, like, you can't even think, like, Obama, great president. He was a rock star. Like, he was the rock star president. Clinton was the dirty president. Like, he got caught getting a blowy.
I'm a facts person. Like, if you show the facts type of thing, is like, Obama had a lot of dirt, as far as like the bombing of other places too, and stuff.
Right.
It's like nobody takes, they just want to look at the unemployment rate or whatever. It's like
everybody did one thing great. Yeah. Like, everybody has something in their presidency that they are known for. I mean, even Trump had it. Like, his economy, surprisingly, and his stock market at a time was at record highs. Like, he did things great. He knew money, so he ran money really well.
Gas was lower. Have you noticed since Biden's been president, gas is like skyrocketed?
Well, the thing with the gas market is he gave them such high tax cuts, and that happens with the gas, the oil industry, is when their taxes are lower, they're like, hey, fuck it, we don't need to charge as much for barrels, so the gas goes way down. When they have to pay more taxes, they're used to living at such a high standard of living, and they have to pay more in taxes. They have to charge more for barrels because they want to stay at that unreasonable standard of living, so prices are gonna go up. So whenever there is a Republican president, the gas is going to fall because they're paying less in taxes.
It's usually almost around every single presidency, the same old dog and pony show takes place. Yeah, and it's like a lot of people forget that. It's like, and that's one thing when it comes to like the statues and all this. It's like, if you don't understand your history, you're going to repeat it. This just happened 4 years ago, 8 years ago, 12 years ago. Before that, I did my math correctly that time.
Thank you. But, well, the problem being too is, like, and it's like you said, one president is going to spend his term fixing all the problems that the last president did, and that's how the cycle is going to work.
That's the big hitter at the immediate big hitter.
Yeah,
but it's like, I think a lot of the people are, I mean, they're like, they put all their eggs in one basket. It's like, oh, Trump, Hillary, like Biden. It's like, we're also trying to hold out for like the perfect president. And it's like,
it's never going to happen.
Yeah, we can't have that. We have to accept that.
I'm going to sum it up by saying that I don't care who the president is. They're not doing shit for me. I'm not, the American people really are not their number one priority.
Well, yeah, you're a middle class straight white male. You're on no one's list.
And I know this was, I think, meant as a joke, but that picture of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, like saying like president or whatever, like thinking about running for president. I guarantee you that's really going to happen. And
Good.
I guarantee you that
Yeah.
he will get elected. And that just shows how stupid and fucked up this whole politics is going to be, because anybody can get in it. There's nothing in his background that's political.
Well,
He's a fucking wrestler that used
He knows how to talk.
He used professional wrestling to springboard and get his foot into the acting world, and that's where he's at now.
He would be the third actor to be president.
Ronald Reagan, who was the other one?
Trump.
Home
Alone. He was the only person who showed Kevin McAllister where the lobby was.
I wouldn't.
You got to think Shark Tank though, and Apprentice, and
I don't necessarily consider that.
Yeah, reality TV is not acting. I would say, but
more than you
then
think.
it is. Yeah, it's scripted.
more than you think.
Well, the biggest problem we're running into right now as a country is the Democrats made all these promises to America. They're like, we're going to do A, B, and C if you vote for us in, and if you vote us to take over the Senate, we're going to do A, B, and C. And so people in America were like, absolutely, 100%, let's do this. We want to make that blue wave. A, B, and C. We did it. Awesome. Where's all our promises? And they're like, we can't do any of those. Well, why the fuck not? You promised us you were going to do these things.
Let us.
That's exactly kind of a point I was going to say, is that whenever they're doing their campaign to be elected and stuff like that, the way I look at it is these candidates are like the guy that's interested in a girl, and he's going to tell her candidates. He's going to tell this girl everything she wants to hear at first, because he knows that it's going to get him closer, or at least into her pants. And then once he's in her pants, all these things that he was doing and saying, he doesn't do anymore, and he's not going to live up because he got what he wanted. And that's exactly what the presidents are, because everything they tell you they're going to do in their campaign, they usually don't do it.
I think you're going to hang on to it. It's like, he loves me though.
Yeah.
It's like, do you like ice cream? I'll buy the ice cream. Think how much more?
Can't give it to you yet. You're going to earn it.
I feel uncomfortable. Are you guys really going to give each other ice cream?
Want some ice cream? You like it, right? You like it right here.
I think though, we should wrap this up.
We're not political people.
No, that was the most
Speak for yourselves. I'm political as fuck.
I don't give a shit.
One of my favorite things, we could do a whole entire podcast on economics, and I would be so happy.
I'm interested in it.
Sounds a lot like archetypes.
It sounds.
I could rock some economics. I would love to sit and just talk nothing but economics.
It's important, but like we have to do 5-minute segments. You should give us pictures to look at.
Here's pictures of money. Listen to me, Doc.
Well,
here's $5 that could be yours.
Tracie
here's
did
$10 that.
Tracie did you awesome job. She did you a disservice
preparing for this.
Justin's
thing,
getting fucking punished.
Getting in a sex swing.
Have you ever done a comedy show before?
This guy gave me a sex swing. Like,
happy birthday!
Joke.
I was there.
I know, but the viewers, our listeners, weren't.
I was wondering why I didn't.
I had that thing.
It wasn't your birthday.
I had that thing. I forgot that I had it in this Walmart bag, and I just put it in the corner when I was like cleaning my room. I'm like, oh, what's in here? I'm like, oh, okay. This will never get used.
You're welcome.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, boys,
episode 19 in the
books.
In the books. We almost hit 20. We haven't got canceled yet.
We'll get there.
Not enough listeners.
We haven't offended enough people yet.
Give it time. I think we need to sometime. Jesus Christ! I think sometime here soon.
You heard Michael Jackson this time.
We need to get a guest. It's been a while since we've had a guest.
A guest we can offend. Perfect.
Yeah. So,
well, we're gonna play that
roll that beautiful bean footage
test remix one more time. See us out, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
No. A week.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the BPT movie review of Pulp Fiction.
Let me see. Let me hear your best movie review, guy.
See you next week with a movie of Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction.
That's when he gets excited.
Coming to a movie theater near you. It's Pulp Fiction.
Quentin Tarantino's next.
Starring Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta in Pulp Fiction.
Starring John Travolta in Pulp Fiction.
Like, what am I supposed to do, guys? That was my John Travolta or Shaggy Rogers.
I got Shaggy.
All right, play us out. Have some fun. Be safe and be kind to one another.
Everyone chill out.
Basha, can you hear me?
Don't waste your time.
Fucky sucky.
Anything.
Fucky sucky. Kisaki. Kisaki. Kisaki.
Papa, can you hear me?
Kisaki. Kisaki.
Can you hear me?
Kisaki. Kisaki.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Join us next time for more absurdity that only the guys from the Boundless PodTrap can bring you.
Papa, can you hear me?